Hi everybody and welcome back to Meet the Wildes. For those of you who don't already know me, my name is Amber and I am one of two mums to two little boys, age 3, two little girls who are 18 months old. And on YouTube last week I announced our very exciting news that I am pregnant. We're going to have another baby. So I did IVF in real time, so to speak, on Instagram, and there was no way that I'd have been able to get away with not announcing the outcome of the IVF on the expected test day. So when the test came up positive, which we filmed, we decided we'd go ahead and share our exciting news with the world. I know that's a bit of a controversial decision sometimes, but it felt really good to be open about my fertility treatment and to have everyone's support. And I thought it's just so nice to be able to share this with the world, so to speak. And I know that if anything does go wrong, it will be really beneficial to have your support. So that's why I decided to share, and it's just been overwhelming, the amount of love and joy that has been sent our way since we announced the happy news. So right now I am 4 weeks and 4 days pregnant. And around now is probably when I should have tested, but I was naughty and tested a week early, which means we found out super early. But it's been lovely to know, and just to be able to plan for what might be our future. So right now I am 4 weeks and 4 days pregnant with my first ever singleton baby, because I've had 2 sets of twins before, so this all feels really new to me, even though I've done 2 pregnancies before, because I've never had just one baby, so I don't know what it feels like to be pregnant with just one baby. So far, at 4 weeks pregnant, I'm not feeling very much at all. My boobs are a bit sore, but that could be the progesterone that I'm taking. I had a few days of thinking that I felt queasy in the mornings, but that's passed. So I'm not really feeling pregnant at all at the moment, which is a huge contrast to when I was expecting my 2 sets of twins, where pregnancy symptoms hit me before I tested even. So both times, around the times when I was looking to take a pregnancy test, I was already experiencing insomnia, exhaustion, though I am sleeping earlier this time to be fair, exhaustion, nausea. The first time with my first set of twins, I felt incredibly sick and lost a lot of weight. I never threw up, but I just couldn't eat. The second time with the girls, I couldn't eat vegetables, but I could eat all sorts of sugary starches, so I didn't lose very much weight. But I still felt quite sick. And particularly with my second twin pregnancy, at 4 weeks I was already fainting at least once a day. So it's been quite disconcerting to be pregnant this time round and not feel exhausted, nauseous, and barely conscious at times. I remember with my second twin pregnancy, I couldn't even stand up to cook lunch for my sons, because just standing up and standing still would cause my blood pressure to drop to the point where I'd have to have a little lie down in order to stop feeling faint and dizzy. So I'm not experiencing any of that at the moment, which is quite unnerving in a way, because I associate feeling dreadful with a healthy pregnancy. But I'm trying to relax and to reassure myself that this time round I'm only half as pregnant as I was with the twins, because it's only one baby, hopefully. It's hopefully only one baby. So please let it only be one baby. So it's natural that I'm not suffering to the extent that I suffered with the twins. And indeed, I don't feel like I'm suffering at all at the moment. So that's what's going on physically. Baby is the size of a poppy seed. Mummy is having a whale of a time, has given up coffee and isn't feeling dreadful yet. Emotionally, I think my head's a bit all over the place. On the one hand, this was an incredibly planned pregnancy. The embryo that has become this pregnancy was actually frozen over from when the girls were conceived. So I've always known that I was going to try to gestate this one, and the other little embryo we still have frozen. And actually we were hoping to do this last year, but then I don't know whether any of you followed my egg donation journey. My friend Jules has been struggling to get pregnant for a long time, and last year we put our baby making plans on hold so that I could donate some eggs to Jules. About 2 weeks before I found out that my pregnancy was successful, we found out that her embryo transfer had failed. And my plan was always that we'd be pregnant together, that she'd be slightly further ahead than me, but that we'd do it together because she was going to carry the embryos that I made with her husband. And I was so certain that it would work, but it hasn't worked. So I feel really awful about that. I feel just sad and guilty. And I want this baby so much, so much, but I wanted her to have her baby so much too. And it just hasn't happened the way that I wanted or that I was planning. So I'm trying to get my head around that, and I just feel awful for being so happy about my baby, when, at least from this round of IVF, she's not getting her baby. She still has an embryo frozen from my donation, so I'm hoping that when she feels ready, that one will take, and maybe we'll still be pregnant together, but I'll be a little bit farther along than she is. But I wanted to feel certain about that. I wanted this to work out for her so badly, and I just feel mean that I've had my chance, my 5th child, for goodness sakes, and she's not getting a sibling for her little boy. So I'm still trying to get my head around that, and that the world isn't a fair, just place, but I like to think that everything happens for a reason, and I like to think that she'll be following along behind me soon, So I guess that's that. Kirsty and I are incredibly happy to be adding to our family again. I was playing with my 4 this morning, and my sons are going to make such incredible big brothers, because of course now they're a bit older, they know what's going on. They were only 20 months when the girls were born, so they had no idea really. And my little girls are so into their dollies at the moment, and I can't believe we're going to give them a real life dolly to help out with. So at the moment, I'm all up in the air. I'm so happy, I'm so sad, I'm so nervous that we'll miscarry over the next 2 months and I'll have to unannounce this pregnancy to all and sundry. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that it worked. That the IVF worked, the embryo transfer that hurt like a bitch, mind you. I'm so grateful that the embryo transfer worked and this little baby has snuggled in. I hope so much that it stays, that it sticks, that we have a happy 12-week ultrasound in 2 months' time, and that we get to add another little person to our family. So that's where we are. I'm going to try to film these updates a little bit more regularly than I've ever documented any of my other pregnancies. I'm really excited to share this journey with us, and I hope you choose to follow along, because I think I think it's really going to help me to have your support, and I think it's going to be a bit of an adventure, so I'm excited to document everything and to share it with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will look forward to chatting with you all soon.